Dolce Vita Retirement Living in Via Italia Windsor della famiglia Conciatori, suite privati e semiprivati con climatizzatori, servizio con personale 24 ore al giorno e staff medico in loco, prezzi eccellenti, talento culinario per ogni esigenza dietetica con cucina casareccia e pranzi cucinati freschi giornalmente.
Dolce Vita Retirement Home, la vostra ideale casa di riposo.
Dolce Vita Retirement Living, tutto il comfort e calore della vostra casa. Italia Bakery, orgogliosa di sponsorizzare il Panorama Italiano nel centro di Via Italia in Windsor, rinomati nella preparazione di torte, fruit tables e sweet tables per matrimoni, battesimi e cresime ed altre occasioni. Italia Bakery curerà nei minimi dettagli ogni vostra festa per fare sempre bella figura nelle vostre cerimonie ricordevoli. Ricordate Italia Bakery.
Heavenly Rest Cemetery, il complesso di imponenti mausolei con varietà di scelta dove le persone care sono custodite con la massima cura e religiosamente fino alla risurrezione. Heavenly Rest Cemetery, fiero patrocinatore di Panorama Italiano.
Palazzi Carpet and Tile, il centro arredamento per la vostra casa. La più vasta selezione di materiali per arredi con lavorazione artigianale di mensole in marmo e granito per cucina e bagno. Questo ed altro nella sala esposizione di Palazzi Carpet and Tile. Con 3 ubicazioni: Windsor, Leamington e Sarnia. Fiero patrocinatore del Panorama Italiano.
Gentili telespettatori, benvenuti a Panorama Italiano. Oggi nel programma vi riportiamo un servizio sul banchetto fatto in onore di Bill Marra in occasione della onorificenza concessagli come italiano dell'anno 2013. Bill Marra è una persona molto involta nella comunità, una onorificenza ben meritata, quindi ancora una volta facciamo a Bill Marra i nostri auguri per essere stato onorato come l'italiano dell'anno 2013. Nel corso di questo servizio vedrete la serata che si è svolta al Capoto Club alcune settimane fa. In ricorrenza poi del 70° anniversario della distruzione della Pazzia di Monte Cassino, ho creduto opportuno ripetere il programma, data l'importanza dell'evento e anche per informare persone che non sapevano degli eventi successi 70 anni fa durante la guerra in Italia, specialmente poi dato il fatto che in questa zona ci sono molti italiani che hanno vissuti quei giorni tremendi della guerra. Detto questo, gentili telespettatori, passiamo al nostro programma, però prima volevo ricordarvi del banchetto di Sant'Ippolito che si avrà al Focolare Furlan il 29 marzo prossimo. Quindi partecipate a questo banchetto, è ben organizzato, un ottimo menu, tanto divertimento. Può partecipare tutta la famiglia come partecipano ogni anno, bambini, anziani, eccetera, tutti in famiglia. E per biglietti e informazioni potete chiamare Mario Spagnolo al 969 4208 oppure a Frank De Rose al 972 0865. Ed ora, gentili telespettatori, passiamo al nostro programma. Arrivederci, a tra poco.
Great. We've got everybody's attention. Thank you very much. I really do hope you enjoyed your dinner tonight. It was good. Before we get into the formal part of the presentation, at this point, we have the distinct pleasure of being entertained by Joel Liberty. Joel is the son of a member of the Capoto Club. His passion for music started at a very young age, from grade school performing in the school choir, to high school performing in musicals, and to college receiving a diploma in musical theater. He's performed locally in the Windsor Light Music Theater's production of Rent. He has recorded his own single entitled For Both of Us, that has been sold in Canada, the United States, and Europe. And recently, last year in 2013, he has competed in a world singing competition in Finland and finished in the top 10 men in the entire world. So, Joel is very honored to be here this evening. I'd like to thank the Caboto Club for this opportunity to perform such a prestigious event. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel, who will be singing 3 songs. At this point, I'm going to introduce some individuals in the room and some organizations. And I'm probably going to screw up, I'm going to miss somebody. So if I miss you, I apologize. And if you really want to be introduced, tell me. So you can stand up wherever you are in the room and say you forgot me, and then we'll introduce you. Is that okay? So I'm done. Next, we'll go, no. Thanks, Julie, I knew you got that. First, I'd like to introduce the Italian Vice Council, the Yanis Cotibuzzi. The Yanis here. The member of Provincial Parliament, Windsor West, Teresa Perusa. She's here. The member of Essex, the federal government, Jeff Watson. Then we have I believe all of the city members, all the members of the city council are here, I believe. Are they not, Bill? I'm not introducing each one of them because it's election year, that's your problem. So, I'm going to say they're all here. I talked to Eddie this morning. He could not be here tonight because of family issues, and some of you know what those are. I'm not going to discuss it tonight, but he wanted to be here and wish his best to Bill, and I think Fulvio has something to say about that later on. We also have a lot of clubs and organizations that need to be recognized, and here is where I kind of always make a mistake, and I apologize in advance. You don't need to applaud for them. Let me just list them. The Caboto Club, the Fogalà Fulan Club, Chichago Club, the Verdi Club, the Caboto Italian Women's Club, the ICHA, the Civa Trevisan del Mondo, Erie Street Business Association, and the Veneti Association. We also have the City of Windsor staff, City of Windsor's councilors, Hotel du Grace Hospital staff, Hotel du Grace Hospital Foundation. Gee, does that still exist, Hotel du Grace? Kidding. Some of us kind of, wish it still existed. Windsor Regional Hospital, Motor City Credit Union, Windsor Family Credit Union, University of Windsor, the President's Office. Now here is where if I missed somebody, I apologize. And is there somebody that I should have announced? And I didn't mean to feel uncomfortable before by saying stand up, but did I miss anybody? Great. Fine. We also have with us past recipients in the audience. And here I hope I haven't missed anybody. We try to pay attention to those that are coming in. Gino Novoletto, Sandra Pupatello, Emmanuel Calamita, Fulvio Valentinas, Neva Segato, Danilo Castellan, Loris Marcourt, and Anita Imperioli. Have I missed anyone? Great. Those are the past recipients. You saw them scroll up on a screen before. We also want to thank the sponsors, the Caboto Club, of course, the Marra Garden Center, who supplied the floral arrangements in the front and the centerpieces on your tables, Herald Press, who supplied the program and the tickets, Next Dimension, who's doing the AV and the DJ, and the Italian photographer, Mauro San Stefano, are here. He's the guy running around with long hair. Mauro did also the videos you can see later on tonight. I think that's it as far as getting that kind of stuff out of the way. Did I miss anybody? Should I have announced anybody? No? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the formal part of the program now. And 31 years ago, the idea of formally selecting an individual as Italian of the Year was presented to our board of directors at the Caboto Club. And after some discussion, it was agreed that as one of the largest ethnic groups in this city and county, and the fact that Italians have made such an impact on the Windsor community, the idea was not only a good one, but an appropriate one as well. As Italians, we are, and have always been proud of the many accomplishments of our people throughout the ages. For thousands of years, Italy has been the center of Western culture and the meeting ground of Western history. And in previous years, I've mentioned quite in detail a lot of the contribution of well-known Italian men and women in all endeavors and in all parts of the world. The Romans, the architects of Christianity, the explorers, the culturalists, the patriots, the artists, the music makers and men of letters, the scientists, and of course the list goes on and on. There's no denying that all of her geniuses have made Italy great. A land of culture and ideas, and certainly the focal point of Western civilization. Actually, the fact that we are here tonight in this hall, in this building, the fact that so many Italian clubs exist in Windsor is a testament to the ability of the Italian and of our people's many accomplishments. Excuse me. In 1997, the Caboto Club and the Italian community, the city of Windsor, the province of Newfoundland, and all of Canada and Italy celebrated the 500th anniversary of Giovanni Caboto's landing on Canadian soil in 1497. Giovanni Caboto, known mistakenly for so many years by his anglicized name of John Cabot. How many of you knew that? Most of you Italians put up your hands in school for your school. But was known for so many years by his name of John Cabot, was the first European to land on Canadian soil since the days of the Vikings and the Old Norsemen. And England would certainly lay claim to the whole of North America on the grounds that Giovanni Caboto was the first discoverer to reach the mainland. Caboto, of course, was Italian and our first immigrant.
At Unico, every product we carry has a deep tradition behind it. We search far and wide to bring you only high-quality products. Whether it's an impressive assortment of tomatoes and eggplant or an exceptional collection of olives and roasted peppers, our goal is to give you the ingredients necessary to cook delicious meals that you can be proud of. Unico, bringing real taste home since 1917.
Huron Automotivo, l'officina 1660 Huron Church Road, con meccanici qualificati ed esperti per le riparazioni e manutenzione delle vostre macchine. Huron Automotive cura anche l'aspetto interno ed esterno delle vostre macchine. Huron Automotive, fiero patrocinatore di Panorama Italiano.
For all your car care needs, we are your one-stop shop.
Plaza Ontario, importatore e distributore di marmo, granito e ceramica rinomata. Vasta sala esposizione con scelta di tappeti, hardwood, mattonelle ed altri prodotti in vinyl per le vostre case e i vostri uffici. Plaza Ontario è l'arredamento della vostra casa. Orgoglioso di sponsorizzare questo programma.
Italian accomplishments throughout the world are at the hands of millions of immigrants from Italy. Immigrants or sons and daughters of immigrants like Bill and many of you, who had to leave their family, their friends and their country, and immigrate to new land not knowing the language or the culture. And so tonight, when we honor Bill Marra, we also honor those geniuses of our culture, those immigrants, our mothers and fathers, our members of the Italian community as a whole. We honor not only our past and present accomplishments, but while we pay tribute to the spirit of the Italian individual that not only exists in the past, but continues to flourish today, and will continue through our children. So, are you ready? Please turn to the screens.
Sono venuta in Canada, Windsor.
1968. Ho avuto i figli, a viaggio l'ho portato, che è nato in Svizzera, e aveva più o meno 3 anni, ha fatto qui 3 anni. È andata avanti, ha lavorato, ha fatto sacrifici e adesso sono proprio orgogliosa di quello che fa. Ha avuto questa promozione, sono proprio orgogliosa. Ho altri 3 figli, Dino, Gemma e Marisa, sono tutti sistemati, Gemma è maestra di scuola, Marisa è segretaria in ufficio di scuola, Dino è ingegnere di qualche cosa, non lo ricordo. Sono proprio orgogliosa dei miei figli, di quello che hanno fatto e quello che faranno. Sono una mamma contenta e soddisfatta, sperando che vada avanti sempre bene.
Hi, my name is Frank Kroll. I'm Bill Marra's longtime friend. I've known him since grade school. We went to high school as well, and you know, we parted ways as Bill would get married, I would get married, etc., etc. And we reconnected in 1999 when he was at New Beginnings, and we began to talk, and we became great friends. At New Beginnings, when I was with Bill on the board, there were some challenges that were coming up, and I realized that Bill was a very compassionate man. Compassion is different than most people would understand. He didn't have pity on people. Which, if you have pity, that means you do nothing. But compassion means you feel sorry for someone and you do something about it. And Bill took the initiative to open a boys' home and a girls' home in the city when there was none. He was willing to help the fatherless. He started many new programs for the youth in the community. And he talked to me personally about my life as a young teenager, being a homeless youth. Bill took the challenge up that I gave him one day to go with me to Juarez, Mexico, the murder capital of the world. And Bill came with me and a number of people. Bill went to this city, went to the lost part of the city called Juarez, in Juarez, Mexico, called Carlos Chavira. And that's the kind of time that we grew up in as teenagers. There was a recession in the city. Our parents were losing their jobs. Our dads would come home crying. They didn't know what was going to happen next. They were scared. We were the kind of kids that went into work and handed our paychecks to our parents. Totally different than a lot of kids today. And I think that's missing. We were just a bunch of kids that, give a hand out, a hand up. We were just always helping, and that's my wish. I wish that we just rewrote a little bit, go back 30 years and bring community back, interconnect everybody, and I think he could do it. I really do, and I think the people that know him will simply just help, and we'll be a strong community. We live right next to Detroit that's bankrupt. It's not doing well. Our city, I don't think it's doing well personally, financially, and a lot of social values. I think Bill has all that. He has the leadership, and he could bring that back. He could really restore and outpour in that area. And that's my wish. He doesn't know if he could do it. I don't know, but I believe in him. Bill is compassionate.
I remember when he first came home and he told us about the award, and I was kind of not in shock, just very proud. I was surprised, not for the fact that he doesn't do anything, but because just because it's such a great award, and it's nice to see that he's being recognized for being the Italian of the Year. And he does do a lot of work. He works very hard, and he thinks of other people all the time, and he just does his best. If you need something, he'll do his best to help you. And he's very involved with community, so it's nice to see him recognized for this. At home, he's the same person. He's thinking about all of us first. He's never thinking about himself before anyone else. He wants to do everything together. He's all about family, so he gets mad if one of us aren't home for dinner. So so it's always about being together and being together as a family and doing things together. So.
We met Bill in 1991 without the slightest clue of how much a blessing he was going to be for us. He was my son's big brother. Bill became Bobby's mentor, friend, and hero. And above all, sent from God, our angel. He was very attentive and one of the best big brothers anyone could have asked for. On Bobby's 5th anniversary of his going home again, Bill, our angel, returned. Again this time, God sent him to get a headstone for my son's grave and throw an elaborate luncheon with New Beginnings staff Angela, Tony, and John. For family and friends with excellent videos, DVDs, and professional pictures of my son, and have a graveyard ceremony with bagpipes. If there was ever a person to be awarded, Bill, our angel, sent from God, is more than deserving. God bless you. Always, Bill, our angel forever and always, Christine D., Bobby and Brittany Jackson.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of Bill. He deserves this award more than anybody that I know, and I'm being a little bit biased, so congratulations on being Italian of the Year for 2013. And I'd also like to thank you for being the love of my life.
But we represent the Sal Albanos. We're the important ones.
And we're Bill's cousin.
Yes.
We're Bill's cousins, and we've known Bill. Well, I've known Bill since he was in diapers. And I guess I know Bill the most because I went to grade school with him. And Bill was something else growing up. He was always the serious one. He did have fun. He liked to have fun, but he knew when to quit. We didn't. So Bill was always there to keep us in line. The story I have with me and Bill, the one I remember the most is back in '85, the paint wars started coming out with the paint pellets, and Bill organized a team to go take on a university team. And back then it was only a 6-shooter gun. And the university team came dressed with neon colors and all that. We dressed like Rambo because Rambo was in back then. So we were laughing because we were going to kick their butt. They destroyed us. We didn't know which way they were coming, but they killed us. Bill come home, he was bruised up so bad. Then his dad took care of the rest. He was bruised up so bad that his dad says, "Okay, you hurt your leg, now I'm going to break it."
Coming on out of the bedroom.
He was so upset when Bill showed up at home, and he was all bruised up. And that was the most vivid story I remember. Other than that, Bill was always a serious guy, always. He was always a leader, always made sure that everybody was okay at school, and
the papa.
Very smart. Bill was a very smart kid in school. He never had to study, and he was always pulling aces.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that we can all agree on as Albanos, we all have hot-headed tempers. So Bill's the diplomat of the family. So that's why he's done well in politics, in serving people. And that's one thing that I admire, I'm sure we all admire, is that Bill has done an exceptional job. He's led the way, and he really does things from his heart. There's a genuineness about him. Oftentimes people say, politicians, they know how to razzle-dazzle the people, but with Bill, it's sincere. You see that he wears his heart on his shoulder, and Sal and I are the younger Sals, and we're younger than Bill, but I know I can speak for the both of us when I say that we both certainly looked up to Bill growing up, and for me, he was certainly a role model, and what a great honor for him to be named the Italian of the Year. No surprise whatsoever because of the great things he's done for the community of Windsor, especially the Italian community. So
beautiful, well said. Allora io parlo in italiano perché questo è il giorno dell'italiano, sono sangiovannese, e voglio ringraziare a tutti per avere noi qua di parlare di Viaggio Marra. Spero che tutto va bene, è una giornata di festa, allora fai una buona giobba, come dice Johnny Lombardi, e ci vediamo presto, auguri e tanti saluti.
Congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations, Bill. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
I'm very proud of my dad for winning this award for the Italian of the Year for 2013. I think he deserves it for his work in the community and what he did over the years at New Beginnings, Hotel Du, and City Council. He's an overall good guy. He's funny. he takes everything he does seriously, but not like too seriously. And yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. One thing I remember about my dad, he was my soccer coach when I was 7 or 8 years old, with my friends on the team. So that was a fun experience. He was a good coach, and I remember that experience.
I'm the middle child and only daughter. I'm 17 years old and grade 12. At home, my dad is very hardworking, and he tries to keep everything going smoothly. And he takes care of everyone. And he works really hard at work and then comes home and makes sure everything is okay here. He's my chauffeur. I need more attention because I'm the only girl. We went to Florida like every year until I was like 13 years old. And those were pretty fun. We went to Disneyland, and yeah, we always went with my mom's brother and their family. We also went to Mexico. That was my favorite vacation. Yeah, we went on a cruise one year. That was pretty fun. I'm proud of my dad for getting this award. He was very proud of himself too.
I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to talk about Bill Marra. Bill is one of those individuals that one automatically connects with. He's an individual who has high integrity and lives his values on a daily basis. When Bill joined our foundation, I was thrilled that we had an individual of his integrity and character to lead our foundation, as it made a very important contribution to our organization. When we transitioned to Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare and we offered Bill the job of Senior Director of Health Partnerships, Planning and Community, it really was gratifying for me when Bill said yes. And it was gratifying because, number one, he's the kind of individual that you want in a leadership role in your organization. Secondly, he brings a really deep understanding and love of this community. And thirdly, he would be an outstanding individual to lead our planning efforts and to connect broadly throughout the community. I've known Bill for a long time, and he has a long history with Hotel Dieu Grace. In fact, I remember walking through the cafeteria one day after he'd been appointed as the foundation CEO, and more than one of the cafeteria staff members referred to him as Billy, because he'd worked in the dietary department as a young man. So it did speak to how well he connects with people, and to have him as part of our organization really, for me, provided a level of confidence and a hope for our future as a new organization. I've had a chance to work with Bill on a number of different files and projects, and he always approaches it full on. He gives his all. He brings to the table his experience, his knowledge, and his true commitment to the organization. So I'm thrilled for Bill in his selection as Italian of the Year. It does speak to what he represents, and it speaks to the heart of Windsor. And Bill, for me, represents the heart of Windsor.
My name is Biagio Marra, and fondly known in my community and amongst friends also as Bill. I'm humbled and pleasantly surprised that our community came together for a very important event as far as the announcement of the Italian of the Year and the fact that my name was brought forward and ultimately selected. It's with humility that I accept this award. I remember the moment that I received the phone call and that the selection had been made. To be honest with you, I was a little surprised, pleasantly surprised. And I say that because I have tremendous respect for the many Italian Canadians that live in our region, that do tremendous work throughout our community. And to be considered in the same conversation with them is absolutely an honor. And the second thought that came to mind for me at that moment was my father, who I know would have been absolutely beside himself and full of pride and joy had he been here. And I know that he's smiling from heaven, and I feel his presence often, and certainly when I heard the good news, I felt him very profoundly. He was a proud member of the Caboto Club, a proud Italian Canadian, and a proud first-generation Italian who made Windsor his home, and for that I'm eternally thankful. And if anything, perhaps convey this evening, whether it be through some of the words that we shared during the banquet or through this video, is encourage people to look for your opportunity in your community. Look for what you can bring back and give. The man I am today, the fabric of which I am made of, is in large part from the experiences I've had with people. I volunteered with organizations such as Robinson House. I was a big brother for a number of years. I worked with victims of crime. I spent some time in northern Mexico through some Christian missionary work with Victory Faith Christian Center and Pastor Frank Kroll. We did some important work there with people who really have a fraction of the life that we have here, but who don't know any better and receive the work that we did for them graciously and gratefully. And I've also been privileged to work with small organizations here in town who have a profound impact on lives. Autism Ontario, Windsor, Essex, and the great work that the Michelli family do there. We've supported Hospice of Windsor many years, and people like Anita Imperioli and Sergio Imperioli, and in honor of the ones we love. I have found the ways to give to my community, but it's enriched my life and given back to me, and for that I'm thankful. Voglio concludere con 2 o 3 parole in italiano. Voglio ringraziare la nostra comunità italiana per questo onore. Sono proprio contentissimo e accetto con umiltà. Sono contento non solamente io, ma la mia famiglia. Un onore di questo tipo dà la validità a quello che facciamo tutti i giorni. Siamo contenti di essere italiani, contenti che siamo canadesi, italo-canadesi. Siamo fortunati che abbiamo trovato un bel posto qui in Windsor per portare avanti la nostra famiglia, i nostri bambini. Sono così contento e accetto con onore questo complimento. L'accetto per mia famiglia, l'accetto mia moglie Rita, i nostri bambini, mio padre Giuseppe, mia mamma Maria, miei suoceri Mario e Angelina. Brava gente, non sono più qui in questo mondo, ma sono qui in spirito e hanno avuto anche un grande affetto a me. E per questo sono contentissimo e ringrazio a tutti. Facete una bella serata, sono contento che siamo qui con amici, cugini, gente della comunità, e concludo solamente per dire grazie e sono contento che sicurissimo ci sono tanti anni ancora che possiamo fare tante cose belle qui in Windsor and Essex County. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for being at the Giovanni Caboto Club in celebration of the 2013 Italian of the Year. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of my friends, colleagues, community leaders, my cousins, my extended family, aunts and uncles, some of who traveled some distance to be with us. And I want to do this on behalf of my family. My mother Maria, my father Giuseppe, my father-in-law Mario Gatto and his wife Angelina, my 3 beautiful kids and my wife Rita. On behalf of all of us, Grazie, divertitevi, facete una bella festa and thank you for coming. Ciao a tutti, grazie, ciao.
Vini al 100%, mozzarella, ricotta, bocconcini eccetera. I prodotti calati si possono acquistare in qualsiasi negozio. Volete formaggi genuini per la vostra pizza, lasagna, cannelloni e cheesecake? Potete acquistare i prodotti direttamente al negozio al 931 The Camsi Road West. Fiero patrocinatore di Panorama Italiano. Panorama Italiano in Sarnia è trasmesso ogni domenica su Canale 6, cortesia del Dante Club di Sarnia.
Dante Club is known for bringing people together with exceptional food in an elegant atmosphere.
Di Fernando De Sena. Per i vostri bisogni immobiliari, Fernando al 519 332 68 80. E da Sarnia Produce.
We at Sarnia Produce are proud sponsors of the Panorama Italiano program for the community of the city of Sarnia.
Per deliziosi pasti in famiglia, prodotti Primo. Ed ora, gentili telespettatori, a voi la rubrica sulla chiroterapia con il dottor Annunziato Angelini.
Buongiorno, benvenuti anche oggi a una puntata di Salute con la chiropratica. Oggi parleremo della vitamina D. Allora, la vitamina D è una sostanza che è direttamente prodotta dal nostro corpo. Il nostro corpo produce la vitamina D quando è esposto ai raggi solari. La vitamina è importante perché induce l'assorbimento, l'assimilazione e il deposito di calcio e fosforo per la formazione delle ossa e per i denti. La vitamina D è anche importante perché combatte i tumori. Non solo combatte i tumori, ma combatte anche infezioni. Quando abbiamo livelli esatti di vitamina D nel nostro corpo, il nostro corpo produce un enzime che si chiama catelicidina. La catelicidina è un antibiotico naturale prodotto dal nostro corpo che aiuta a combattere i raffreddori, le influenze, le infezioni, ma si trova solo nel nostro corpo quando abbiamo livelli esatti di vitamina D. Per questo, di estate quasi nessuno è malato. Arriva l'inverno e ci prende il raffreddore, ci prende l'influenza, perché? Perché non siamo esposti ai raggi solari, non produciamo la vitamina D, che poi non aiuta a produrre questa catelicidina. Allora ci ammaliamo. Sono altri molti i benefici di vitamina D. Aiuta a mantenere il peso, a controllare il diabete, aiuta a mantenere la pressione del sangue bassa, aiuta contro i dolori muscolari e contro malattie come la fibromialgia. Okay? Aiuta anche contro la depressione. Infatti, se ci pensiamo un po', quando arriva l'estate siamo sempre contenti, abbiamo più energia, poi arriva l'inverno e ci troviamo un po' più giù di morale, abbiamo sempre la fiacca. Perché? Perché ancora non essendo esposti ai raggi del sole non produciamo abbastanza vitamina D e ci dà questa sensazione, questo malessere, questo senso di essere depressi. Allora, poi, se non possiamo andare al sole, come possiamo aumentare i nostri livelli di vitamina D? Beh, potete provare, si trova anche nella dieta, diciamo mangiando uova, sardine, tonno, merluzzo, latte. Questi prodotti hanno vitamina D. Poi anche alcune verdure, anche se scarso la vitamina D nella verdura, se volete mangiare verdura, le verdure che hanno la foglia scura hanno un po' di vitamina D. Però anche cercando di aumentare la vitamina D tramite la dieta non è mai abbastanza. ok? Perciò d'inverno io raccomando alla gente di prendere i supplementi, prendere le pillole di vitamina D. Ok, adesso quello che dico adesso è un po' importante. Okay. Quando avete la vitamina D, ok, di solito viene nella forma D3, ok? Questa è la forma che viene assorbita meglio dal vostro corpo. E anche se vedete, di solito viene in pillole di 1000 unità internazionali. Ok? Allora, quanto vitamina D è abbastanza? Perché tanta gente dice, bah, sono andato dal dottore, ho visto in televisione, dicono 1000 è abbastanza, di non superare i 1000. Hanno paura che fanno un'overdose, che diventa tossica. Insomma, la vitamina D è così importante nel vostro corpo che ne dovete prendere 1000 unità internazionali per ogni 30 punti di peso. Perciò se voi pesate 150 punti, dovete prenderne 5000 unità internazionali. Ok? Adesso uno dice, 5000 è troppo. Ok? Me stesso, ad esempio, io d'inverno prendo 5000 unità internazionali al giorno, in più mi faccio anche la puntura di vitamina D. La puntura di vitamina D che mi faccio a 600.000 unità internazionali, che la ingetto tutta una volta. Sono ancora qui, non sono rimasto secco. Va bene? Perciò it's very safe, ok? E non c'è paura di fare l'overdose, non avete paura di ammalarvi con la vitamina D, aiuta il vostro corpo. Un altro esempio vi do, per farvi pensare ancora un po'. L'estate, quando andate a farvi la passeggiata sotto il sole, il vostro corpo produce 15.000 unità internazionali al minuto sotto il sole. Perciò fatevi il conto se potete fare l'overdose con 1000 unità internazionali. E allora, come sempre, i supplementi vanno comprati dal chiroprattico, dal naturopata o health food store, ok? Non andate solo ai negozi come sia, ok? Ci vediamo alla prossima volta. Ciao!
Gentili telespettatori, grazie per averci seguito nel nostro programma. Ancora una volta facciamo auguri a Bill Marra per la sua onorificenza italiana dell'anno del 2013 e Bill Semper at Maiora. E ti facciamo tanti auguri anche per la tua carriera politica in seno alla comunità di Windsor. La settimana prossima vi riporteremo la seconda parte del banchetto che va appunto alla consegna dell'onorificenza e di tanti altri riconoscimenti da parte delle altre associazioni della comunità, eccetera. Quindi seguiteci, sarà interessante. Nelle settimane seguenti also seguirà una serie di interviste che sto preparando su persone della nostra comunità. Quindi ci saranno programmi abbastanza interessanti e vi farò sapere volta per volta quando queste persone saranno nel programma. Comunque, come ho detto, la settimana prossima seguiremo con la seconda parte dell'onorificenza Bill Marra e quindi altri, diciamo, eventi che succedono sempre nella nostra comunità. Ancora una volta voglio ricordarvi, gentili telespettatori, che il 29 di marzo prossimo, sabato 29 marzo prossimo, ci sarà il banchetto dell'Associazione di Sant'Ippolito al Focolar Furlan. Un ottimo banchetto con tanta partecipazione e divertimento, quindi partecipate tutti. Per biglietti potete chiamare a Mario Spagnolo al 969 4208 oppure a Frank De Rosa al 972 0865. Vi ricordo ancora, gentili telespettatori, che questo programma viene trasmesso la domenica alla 1 per la zona di Windsor e Leamington e ripetuto poi la sera alle 7:30 e quindi di nuovo il mercoledì alle 5:30 e alle 11 di sera. Coloro che vogliono informare la comunità degli eventi delle loro associazioni, club, eccetera, possono sempre chiamarmi al 9721355 oppure mandare una email a Panorama Italiano @cogico.ce. In questo programma facciamo anche auguri per lieti eventi in famiglia, battesimi, cresime, comunioni e tant'altro. Coloro che desiderano esprimere gli auguri tramite questo programma possono chiamarci al 9721355 e saremo ben lieti di farli. Potete vedere poi questo programma anche online alla www.panoramaitaliano.ca oppure a YouTube Panorama Italiano Windsor.
Italia Bakery, patrocinatore di Panorama Italiano.
Windsor Building Center ha tutto l'occorrente per i vostri lavori, laterizi e legnami di prima qualità come drywall, insulation ed altro, con servizio a domicilio in tempo e con la massima cura. La famiglia Riolo è lieta di servirvi sempre meglio in tutti i vostri acquisti. Windsor Building Center, Tecumseh e Benwell.
Germain Restaurant Supply all'1131 Crawford Avenue è il negozio dove la donna della cucina, come pure il proprietario di ristorante, trovano oggetti per i loro bisogni, piatti, bicchieri, stoviglie e tant'altro a prezzi speciali.
Germain Restaurant Supply, il posto per i vostri bisogni della cucina. Parole dello chef.
Roma Club di Leamington, con accoglienti ed eleganti sale per ogni occasione. Eventi curati nei minimi dettagli da personale esperto, cucina tipica tradizionale.
At the Leamington Roma Club, we want to remember our heritage by building our future.
Al Roma Club di Leamington sarete contenti della vostra scelta.